There, back to a more reasonable resolution. Having a problem with the resolution resetting to the unreasonably large resolution every time you restart
Looking for something
Morrowind.
in particular?
And in a very unpredictable way. Here.
Adventure lies beyond the cities,
So,
friend.
I'm pretty sure this one is the destruction magic. No, this is alteration. And destruction magic is either you or you. No, this is also alteration. Wait, no, that I think this isn't actually alteration, it's restoration. Yeah, it's restoration, I think. It's hard to tell.
Citizen.
They might not actually specialize. Then it's this one. No. Well, I guess this counts.
You have my attention.
Later. But right now, since we're in the guild, there's a lot of things to take a look at. Slight transparency. I wonder if this is stealing. Because those are valuable books. Usually what I do is I just set up shop in this corner of the room over here.
A tourist.
And pour my trash all over everything. I use this as a kind of a living area.
How interesting. A tourist.
Trying to collect mentally. Can't remember totally what I was planning on. So one thing I do remember is I was going to go in here and talk to you.
It's
I also remember I was going to do something else. Actually, I should just set these books down somewhere since carrying them is just needless weight. It's just dead weight. I can just leave them right here. I'm pretty sure I can stack them on top of each other. They can serve space as well. Yeah, look at that. Compact and efficient. What other heavy things do I want to put down here? Tar Heel's journal. We won't be hearing from Tar Heel anymore. Of that I'm sure. Oh yeah, and look at this. We have a list of magic items right here that we can toggle between. Or scroll between. So that way we don't need to go through the inventory to find them. Very good design.
How interesting. A tourist.
Wait, wasn't I going to sell some things here? I prefer to only sell potions and related objects. The money is in manufacturing, not necessarily in reselling. There's an interesting bug here, I remember, where I think every time I use you to teleport between the guild halls, you move that way by, I think, an inch or a centimeter. And so doing that repeatedly, eventually you're going to be moving out of the doorway into the main hall. Now that's not good. Oh, look at that.
It's over for you!
Back here again. In that case, I'm just going to leave those books there.
I'm listening.
But I am going to set this book down right here in the corner, since I don't need it. Well, immediately. It's very unclear what exactly you can and cannot take.
What can I do for you?
Just assume that anything above 50 coins in value is definitely stealing. Like this Master's Mortar and Pestle here that I really want, and that I'd probably do anything to steal. That's not a good idea to take in plain view of everyone else. You probably want to use an invisibility spell, potion, or enchantment before doing that. And so that's a thing for later. But we can mentally mark down this position, or even a physical note. I wish you could write in the journal yourself, actually. That would be pretty great. Like a real journal. Also, do I have any, am I ready to level yet? No.
How interesting.
So first, I feel
A
I should
tourist.
actually invest in some spells with my meager sum of money. So, in here, I don't want any touch magic like this one. That's just unwieldy and puts me in unnecessary danger for melee enemies. This paralyze spell is especially tantalizing, so I'll take it. This poison spell, that's also pretty good, but there's a lot of enemies that are immune to poison. I'll take it anyway. And for you, Levitate is a really good spell, but it takes a lot out of you. This is a really good lock-picking spell, so I'll take it. I really want that Levitate spell, but it's too expensive right now for our level. So you train in these things, do you? Yeah, that's good. I'll remember that for later. Look at this. All these subjects to talk about, and you have no idea which one might lead to something.
Looking for something in particular?
So this one over here you can use for spell making. I don't think you can spell make on your own. You need a designated spell maker like this one, and you can only make spells with effects that you know from other spells that you already have. And so buying every spell you can eventually will be a good idea when you have the money to.
Citizen.
Say tens of thousands of gold at least. So now would be a good time to start this quest.
What Khajiit do for you?
We're going to need one of these later eventually also. But look at how heavy it is. I think we're going to want to buy our first extended set of tools instead of stealing them, because that's way easier. At least to begin with, that is. No. This. The mushrooms. So we need Hypophasia, Bungler's Bane, Violet Coprinus, and Luminous Russula. I'm pretty sure we actually have all four of these. Yes, here they are. Take them. Oh wait. I remember now. I actually spent. I think it's oh wait, I'm pretty sure I spent all of them except for the Hypophasia, the Bungler's Bane. The other two I don't have anymore because I used all of them to make potions to sell. I know what that means. We need to go on an adventure to find these things again. And so we go back to the swamp where all of these things are naturally. Later on, she's going to also ask for different types of flowers, and I think maybe herbs from that general direction. Remember those plains northwest of Vivek? You need to return there for those ingredients. You see, it's times like this where high acrobatics and athletics, and just speed attribute in general, is a great thing. So I'm pretty sure just over these mountains, and I think to the right also, I can see the swamp trees from here. Alright, this is where it gets dangerous because you can get stuck. Just need to be careful. Actually, I can utilize this to train acrobatics. Hold on. Yeah, just hold on, this is going to take some time. But we're going to be very high level in acrobatics after this, so don't worry. Wow, this... I'm sure this looks really dumb, but don't worry, the logic is infallible. In fact, let's take a look at our acrobatics right now. Look at that, we're already close to leveling up again. Again. And checking again. Yeah, I don't think it's going as fast anymore, so we'll stop this. But guess what else levels acrobatics really fast? Falling from really high places. So, just as a test. Never mind. Doesn't count unless you get hurt. From fall damage, that is. You might need to find a really tall building to fall off of, and then repeatedly do that. Actually, we can do that in Balmora right now. So we're going to put our previous quest on hold while we train acrobatics by falling a lot. Yeah, like that. Yeah, take a look at the effect. Look at that, we've already almost leveled up from just that one fall. So I think a tower like that maybe, or oh, that thing would be really good if it had an easy way to get back on top of it, which it probably doesn't. Look at this. I remember this alcove as being very mysterious, since there's nothing in it. It's the perfect place to put something. Right.
We make a special trip just for you. Same low price.
I think this is actually the best place to do it. If not here, then somewhere nearby. There, look at that. Already one level higher, and nearing the next level. It's a process. Don't think about it too hard. Oh, I forgot.
Why walk?
The problem with doing it here is, since you're in civilization, you can't rest, and so you can't regain health that way. You need to use misspells or potions. Actually, I can just use the spell right now. So never mind, I can continue. It's just, this is going to drain magicka over time, and eventually we're going to need to go outside and rest.
We make a special trip. Just
a lot of this game is about solving complicated problems that no normal person. But well, it's Morrowind, so by default, by just playing it, you're not normal. Yes, I already feel it working. And a bonus, this also trains rest.
The prey approaches.
Let's see.
Where would you like to go?
I think this is actually a greater distance. So that'll train faster. And look at that. We're almost to level 25 in acrobatics now. I was not expecting to do this episode. But need to do it eventually, so might as well front load it.
Where would you like to go?
Always save before jumping, so that you don't lose progress. And eventually we'll be so good at this we can just jump back up to the top of the tower. Instead of going the long way. Look at this. I can
There's
already
someone
feel
watching me. I
the
can
difference.
tell. Why walk when you can ride?
Yeah, why ride when you can jump? Yes. I think at some point even this is going to become impractical. We're going to need to find a higher ledge to jump off of. As stupid as that sounds. But I think that's enough of that for right now. I'm going to return to the logical and sane thing to do, which is to collect mushrooms in this swamp over here. When given the choice between collecting mushrooms in a swamp and jumping off tall buildings, I think option 1 is typically favorable. Unless you really need to do more acrobatic skill grinding. And I mean that as general life advice. And so we've run out of even magic. Are we far away enough from civilization yet to rest? No. This is not far away from civilization enough. We're still in the same chunk as a part of Balmora. Alright, so this is one of the mushrooms we're looking for. Just collect it. And this is the other mushroom over here I already noticed. Eventually, you will come to know the shape and color of these mushrooms so iconically that you can tell them apart from that far away. Already I can see, hold on, this thing, the Coda flower, that glowing thing in the swamp. These ferns that give these spore pods. The spore pods have the effect of wait, don't they? Oh wait, no. I was thinking of something else. I think some of these ingredients are actually have randomized attributes. So throughout playthroughs of Morrowind, you might get the same ingredient that does a different thing, which I think is fantastic. But I do actually remember all of these effects are the same as the other character I'm running right now. Alright, so we have all the ingredients we want. We can go back right now. And a bonus of being able to travel faster with acrobatics, athletics, and the speed attribute in general, right here. The faster you can travel, the faster you can move between ingredients to collect them, which means you can actually indirectly do alchemy better from that. Speed is a very underestimated attribute, much as luck is actually. Strength is, I think, the most overrated attribute. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can make the strength attribute basically obsolete by using magic to cast things like the feather spells, or even wearing an enchanted armament.
I've heard a lot about you, Outlander. Go ahead.
In order to enhance these things. And I think there's an enhanced strength attribute spell even. So magic really is the ultimate power. Everything
Anytime
is just
now.
the cheap way of doing things. Remember this one.
Greetings.
So this is actually one of my favorite
All right, I'm listening.
Mage's Guild quests. Partially because you can use this to steal the very expensive soul gems up here on the second story of the building, right here. See, this one is already 60,000 gold worth, and the funny thing about that is, you can't actually sell that all at once to anyone because no one has that much gold. Where's the fake one? Here it is. Fake soul gem in the desk. Also, I took all the other ones also as well. I don't think it's a good idea to put them back down anywhere because then it's technically still stealing if you pick them up. So if you are to put them down somewhere, put them somewhere safe where no one goes. Like in your house. Yeah. There. And now that we have those, everything has become much simpler. Oh wait, I think this chest is free for you to take from at any time. So, I'm not sure it's safe to put anything in there though. It might overwrite anything you put in with the supplies themselves. Be careful not to do too many overpowered things all at once because it may break your game so much that it's not fun to play anymore.
I'm listening.
Ah yes, you're also an alchemist. Which means you will buy my alchemy. Wait a second, you don't even have very much gold. Never mind, you're worthless to me.
I suppose I could spare a moment. Yes, sir?
Quest complete. The gold cannet, stoneflower, willow anther, and heather. These 4 different kinds of flower are all found in this general area down here to the southeast of Balmora, beyond this lava flow. So I'll actually probably need to cross the lava flow in order to get to these things. Trying to think of where we might be able to find some more of these alchemy tools. Because this Mage's Guild doesn't seem to sell any for some weird reason. I think the Balmora Mage's Guild is kind of going through some budget cuts.
Outlander,
Would you
what
not
do
agree?
you want?
Yeah, so... There, we could advance twice because we did 2 quests. So now we're a journeyman, apparently, in the guild. Yeah, but you still don't do any of the things for us that we're needing. So... I think it might be a good idea to first sell some garbage to the nearby merchants, and then travel to a different guild to see what they have. I'll be taking all of those. There's an armorer. What do you have? No, not repair. Barter. I only have any interest in things like light armor. Although unarmored is actually preferable to even that. But eventually, I suppose we could dig into the different varieties of things like
Sorry,
that.
stranger. My time is short, so get on with it. Wealth beyond measure, Outlander.
Wow, look at the size of those books. That is impressive, actually. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can just take this. Since I'm not in view of anyone. Yeah, I think this is a minor oversight, actually. Especially since I can just take out my Ondussi's Open Door spell, made by Ondussi, a famous mage, which has a high probability of success, and unlock this chest and take whatever's in it, namely the Steel Battle Axe, which is actually not even worth taking, so I'll ignore that. I think it's a good idea to bind that to something so we can remember 7 is a good memorable key. So, this projectile's poison spell would be a good thing to put right here, and this paralysis spell is a good thing to put next to it. And then, over here, further to the right, actually, we don't have any good spells left, so I won't put anything new in it. We can actually test the paralysis spell on this guard here.
I know you.
You can!
Ah!
Look at you, you're paralyzed for 5 seconds. No. So let's actually also test the poison spell to see how powerful it is.
Run! There is no escape.
You see, the guards are very powerful. You don't want to deal with them
Masera.
any time in the early game. Even if you are overpowered, it's just a hassle. We were going to sell things. There's 2 merchants over here that buy a lot of things.
Yes?
My favorite merchant, I think, is the one all the way down that direction. They're a pawnbroker, I'm pretty sure. Look at this. Another opportunity. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be going into the Thieves Guild eventually. It's just too profitable to not do. Oh, look at this. Rubies, as well as being very expensive, are ingredients, strangely enough. Yeah, you can grind them up and put them in the potions to give them more special effects.
Go ahead, stranger.
Being a mage as well as a thief makes you doubly powerful, because mages have access to powerful magic that makes them even better thieves than regular. Yeah, as an outfitter, he's basically just a general merchant. There's some ingredients. Not very many though, so that's not impressive. Wait, don't I need a fence in order to sell stolen goods? Or is that only Oblivion and Skyrim? Yeah, I could try to see. Although, perhaps he is a fence, and I just don't know it. There's a lot of arrows for any marksman build that you would want to do, which I don't. Yet. I might try that eventually, just no time soon. Look at that. It looks like it does buy stolen goods, and doesn't even know that they're stolen. That's good. We don't really need either of these soul gems, since we don't need soul gems right now, we need money. Later we can worry about soul gems. I don't sell hollow soul gems, I fill them. Like these and these. I save those for later when you get a soul trap spell, and then you can trap souls and sell the souls. Sounds kind of demonic, and it is. Well, it certainly is. Doesn't really have anything of great value that I see. And the one thing that would be definitely the most powerful thing here is more alchemy tools. In fact, I think that should be our #1 priority for right now. There, and now we have even more money, so that when we find the alcohol we're questing for, we'll be able to buy them. Oh, that's tempting. Look at that.
Speak quickly,
It's
Outlander,
even
or go away.
cinematically placed. Flynn, that's the one alcohol, actually Cyrodiilic brandy. These two, I'm pretty sure, are the 2 alcohols that you do actually want to take. The other ones are not valuable enough to even bother with. Yeah, what else is in here? Oh, these ingredients. These pillows. Yeah, these books. Retort. And that's one of the things we're looking for. I wonder if it's on sale. Or if it's just there for display. I hope it's not.
Speak, traveler.
Because that would mean we would need to steal it in order to have it. Which is just horrible. I don't want to waste my time with that. Now we can buy it here, and it's not even that expensive. That's such a huge mess. It's not even that expensive either. And what else? I actually like to hoard scrolls. They're very nice. Keep the limeware platter for later. I'm gonna sell this. No, wait. Never mind. I was reading this dial wrong. As is common. So what's common is another thing. Selling really valuable soul gems that are filled and then buying up the entire merchant stock. So that way you get back the value, but in the form of items instead of gold, since they only have a set amount of gold. Well, the items have value in them as well that is not gold, but the item itself. This ring we can enchant later, so I'll keep that. These I'll give away. Yes, because they're more valuable to me in the form of gold than as an actual potion. Yes, the package for Caius Casades. Caius is within Balmora. I think it's the northeast most section of Balmora, in one of those shacks. And I also know exactly where he is as well. Usually, when I get to him, I use his house as a safe house for myself, sort of a base camp. And what can I talk to you about? This is the Odai River. The one that Balmora is built around. Yes, the pawnbroker. Pawnbrokers are very valuable resources because they can just have anything, and you can also sell them anything. The only side effect is their prices are usually much higher, and you probably won't get as much gold from selling to them as specialized ones. If I was better at speechcraft, I would try to persuade them, but that would just end terribly. I don't want to ruin relations with my favorite merchant. One thing that would help in the illusion class of magic is some kind of charm spell. That would help greatly. Yes, the Imperial Cult is a guild you can join. And Fort Moonmoth is just northeast of Balmora. Hmm. Mm-hmm. The South Wall Corner Club, I'm pretty sure, is where the Thieves Guild is stationed in this town. I'm not actually sure. You can be joined to the Mages Guild and Thieves Guild at the same time. You might be kicked out of one for the other. Hmm. I'm pretty sure we've done everything. And now, with our enhanced stores of gold and our new tool, we can continue to both gather gold more rapidly and find more tools to gather gold more rapidly. As sort of a snowball.
Is there something you need?
Haven't even reached level 2 yet also. And now, my preferred
I
method
suppose
of
I have a
going
moment.
between
What is it?
the guild halls is here. You also sell spells. Oh yes, this is what we're going to want to have right now. Soul Trap. You can tell the power of the spell by how much it costs. Just as a quick way of guessing. Bound weapons is a great way to be a battle mage. And very effective. Actually.
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me?
Do you have any spells that I should know about? Not really.
I greet you as a friend.
Alright, so
May I
now
help you?
I should travel. There's the Alembic and the
What is it,
Calcinator are the
friend?
two tools missing. And I'd prefer to have a higher level of all of these. Look at how expensive this one is. That's eventually what we're going to need to be dealing with. So the ones... typically when dealing with Silt Striders, the ones further away are more expensive, but when traveling they're all equally expensive. And so Mages Guild is one of the best guilds to join early game if you want to travel. And I think the 4 other guilds that exist are just these 4. Old Rune, which is, I'm pretty sure, northwest of here. Vivek, which is far southeast. Sadrith Mora, Wolverine Hall. That's actually, I think, in Ebonheart, which is southwest of Vivek, even. Or just west in Caldera, which I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's east of here. Eventually we're going to need to see all of these, so I'll just start at the top and work my way down.
If that creature visits again, I think I'll
this
have
is all
choice
Rune here,
words to say.
very close to the Ghost Wall, and also subsequently a Red Mountain. We're going to need to go to Red Mountain eventually also, but that's nowhere near our current level. I like the architecture of this particular guild hall a lot better than the last one, though.
You want something?
You must be the alchemist here. So what are you selling? Look at this. Already we have found what we were looking for. We can trade up this apprentice's mortar and pestle for a journeyman counterpart. And we can get our calcinator and our alembic. And only for half of our current gold stores. We can actually buy some of the ingredients we need for the current quest, like the heather and the... only the heather for right now, actually. But that would actually be a waste of money, since we can just go down and get what we need. And it's not even that difficult. Oh. So, yeah, we're just going to buy all of these things that we need. And... that's going to be it for now, from you at least.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
Going to need to scour
Is there something
this,
you need?
this structure looking for the merchant. Oh, you must be an enchanter. Yes, I can go here to enchant. One really good idea is enchanting something like a bow with soul trap, so that you can fire a single arrow to begin soul trapping, and then kill it. Or enchant a sword, a very strong sword with soul trap, and so you don't even need to think about it, you just use your sword, and it will automatically soul trap. Which is a common thing for me to do.
Go ahead, Outlander. What do you need?
No, this is suspicious. Highest level lock on a closet.
I'm waiting.
Onward,
Speak, traveler.
Oh, nothing.
Go ahead,
actually.
stranger.
Oh. So that helped, and that actually progressed our total level quite greatly.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it
Always
quick.
hunt for skill books. They may be a small bonus, but they're a bonus at all. And that, at least, is to be heeded. Taking a look. Ooh, this one. Very powerful. That one's marginally useful. And that's all the very useful
I'm
ones from
listening.
you.
Please, go ahead.
Oh, I can collect from you as well. Very likely. And what do you do? Ah, this looks good. I'll actually take this. And that, I don't think I need the third one. Although, I would like it, and it's not that expensive. I think that's all that I need to do.
Be well, traveler.
There. So now what I'm going to do is go back to Balmora, do the flower picking quest. While I'm doing that, I'm going to pick up ingredients and then grind them into potions. And make huge amounts of money because I have much more tools to work with now, and also more skill than ever before. And that money is going to help me do other things. Earlier today I tried recording Empire Earth, but even though I have almost everything set up perfectly now, it crashes unpredictably at times, and so it's going to be difficult. I need to make preparations, and yeah. And of course part of it is trial and error because of this unpredictability factor. But it's going to be fun for the times that it does work. Oh, and look, here we already have heather and willow flowers. And the gold cannet. And this should be the wait, what is the fourth one we're looking for? Stoneflower. And here's a scrib. A mere lowly scrib. Which I would actually prefer to use a more powerful spell on now. Yeah, hold on. Firebite is 15 to 30. Greater Fireball is 2 to 40. The average between those two numbers is the actual DPS that you should expect to see. But this is in 10 feet from target. That's pretty amazing, actually. Hold on. I think I prefer Shockball, personally. There. Perfect. Wow, it's really getting foggy out here. What is this, Silent Hill? And there's that tomb over there that I currently want nothing to do with. Up here is a quest to catch egg poachers. Kwama eggs are very valuable here. Which is funny because in Cyrodiil you almost never hear about Kwamas or their eggs. I'm actually pretty sure almost nothing from Morrowind makes it to Cyrodiil. Very isolated. This heather is going to be a good bulk ingredient. I hope it has good attributes. In fact, I think you can ask these two about the poaching.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
Or not. No.
If you want something, now's the time to talk.
And here's the mine itself. And over there, there's some things over there and that I'm definitely going to want to take a look at later. It doesn't appear that I've picked any stoneflower though for some reason. Must not be any in this general area. Not surprising. I can't steal some of this heather though that I've collected, doing other things. What specifically I'll figure out soon. Oh, I see. Oh, levitate, that's a good attribute from the Coda flower. Oh, and look at this. I can actually do this now. And that was successful, so I'll have one spare for just in case. In that case, I should get some more other ingredients before brewing the heather into anything. Now look at this. We have a levitate, 9 points for 22 seconds. The points correlate to how fast you can travel while you're levitating. I think there actually might be some stoneflower in that direction. But first, before that...
Die!
I'll just deal with this Dark Brotherhood assassin really quickly. Not really a big deal, so to say. We do receive this really good armor though. I'll put on, just because. There, much better. I'll just take off this extravagant robe because now look at us. Very powerful. I'm not actually sure how effective this is at such a low level of light armor. But it does make a difference. Before I go in that direction though, I want to take a look in the mines, the Kwama egg mines. It might be a good idea to actually do some questing down here. See, the Kwama egg workers don't attack you on sight, but the warriors and foragers do. And these scribs are practically irrelevant also. Oh no, I don't want a roadblock right now. Oh, look at this. I just need to be careful that my area of effect from my spells doesn't accidentally hit a worker. Oh, look at all these eggs. We can... Oh, and they have the paralyze effect. This is very valuable. I will collect many Kwama eggs. Until I become overburdened and need to brew them into something. Ah yes, look. Oh, this does have this paralyze effect. Never mind then. Now that makes something I said earlier completely a lie. Well, an accidental lie. What does that qualify as? Something. Wasting a lot of Kwama eggs. Now look at this. Oh, so far overburdened. This technically qualifies as 6 pounds right here. And these Kwama eggs are 2 pounds each. We're going to need to level up soon. This is ridiculous. Now down here should be the camp. We can save harvesting bulk Kwama eggs for later though.
So what do you want?
Do that right now.
I'm a busy gal, so if you could hurry this up.
I'm almost entirely sure this is the egg mine that has the poaching problem, and if it is, then we can fix it for them, and then I think they might reward us. And even if they don't, we get experience from doing the battle. The scribs. A good source of scrib jelly, which is another ingredient we can use. Actually, looking at it right now, we can already see that it's a cure for some things. Going deeper into the mines, this is the Queen's lair. We don't want to touch that right now. Very dangerous the Queen is, and killing her will make everyone angry, because this is a Kwama egg mine. These people rely on the Kwamas to produce eggs in order for their living. Also, I've learned to not really worry about how you level up anymore in Morrowind or Oblivion, since potions, enchanting, and spells allow you to override a lot of your the limitations of the self in ways such as fortifying attributes or skills, and applying effects like feather, and so being a good mage really fixes every problem. Need to be careful not to run out of magicka, because if we do, we don't have any other way to fight, because we're too low in skill with everything else. I want to see what's down here though. Might be another way into the Queen's lair. I think the Kwama warriors only live in the lower areas, actually. Since I haven't seen any of them yet. And we haven't gone into the lair yet, which I'm pretty sure this is. Yes. Acrobatics has leveled up a lot of times in here. I really hate how slow these things walk though. They're just in the way. We need some kind of dual lane road or something. Because having only one only one wide path of transit, that's easily blockable. And I don't think these beams are up to code either. You could definitely hit your head on this just walking by. And it looks like it's falling apart, to be honest. And a perfectly flat ceiling like this that's not arched at all, that's going to cave in eventually. I don't think any of this is up to code actually. Very unsafe working conditions. Now we can take a look over here like I was intending originally. And where is the stone flowers? I'm pretty sure they're blue, a light blue. Yeah, and are made in bushes. I don't think there are any in this area. Oh wait, there they are. I think we did see stone flowers earlier. We just didn't get anything from them. Yeah. These aren't actually bushes, I don't think. They're more like a kind of a fernoid thing. A bush is kind of a specific structure, and this does not look like a bush, to be honest. And those flowers are on stalks. So actually, I think this might qualify as a stalk plant. And that mine over there is very useful. It's an ebony mine, and ebony, even though it's very heavy, is also very valuable, so you can get rich quick here. And that is if you either have good feather spells or are very strong. So, just for an example, I'm going to go in and see if I can find an ebony patch before I get chased out by demons. Because there are demons out there, do not be fooled. And the first one should be just over there. Here's one. You see, look how heavy that is. I can only carry one right now, but it's also very valuable, and it's an ingredient, strangely. I'll take one, and then I'll sell it once we get into town. But that's not the only reason I needed to come here. Things later on will come up that will allow us to do things we otherwise wouldn't be able to do if we hadn't gone into the mine. And I know that sounds cryptic now, but you'll see later. That is, if I even remember to point out what exactly it is. But nothing to worry about right now. Hold on. I know a solution for this. This looks like a good idea. There, back into acceptable limitations. Or acceptable boundaries. I'm just going to go back to Balmora now. I'm pretty sure we have everything we need for that quest. And then after that, we can advance to something more interesting. We're still in the trailing end of the slowest part of the game, so things are just now about to get ramped up very quickly and very dramatically also. No, actually, there aren't any stoneflower in here. In that case, I was originally right, in that the only stoneflower I knew about was over there, in that one area. Yes, returning now. Ever notice how very interesting scripture the writing system? It takes a lot of ingenuity to actually invent a whole new writing system that doesn't look too much like any writing system that already exists. No, where should I start? Look at that. Look at the value of that potion. I made that potion. It's at least twice as valuable as the last ones. So the first thing I want to do is sell off this trash to the pawnbroker. I'll keep the levitate potion. And I'll sell these clothes since I don't really need them anymore. I can replace them pretty easily. Yeah, I should probably keep the silver dagger just in case. It's not that heavy. And I'll sell these books that are useless to me. And sell those soul gems that are just taking up space. I'm gonna sell this ebony that's really heavy. Actually, some of this armor is kind of heavy, like this one 6 weight, and this one 3 weight. And that adds up. Yeah, these quam eggs are a large factor of how heavy we are right now. I think that's all we need here right now. This longsword would be nice if we were a longsword character, but we're not. Yeah, so we're already making our money back. The funny thing is we've only been in a very small section of Balmora. There's a lot more to the town than we've seen so far. You're also migrating away from that table. Yes, there. The NPC logic in Morrowind isn't not nearly as advanced as it is in Oblivion.
I see you.
Which is very
Hello.
Where should I begin in here? One thing I want to do is reduce my weight. What would be the best way to do that? I think I'd like to gather more ingredients first before doing any of that.
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
There. Now what else? I see. Remember this quest.
Good friend, this is an honor.
This is the most menial task of all time. I need to go out and find a ceramic bowl and bring it back.
Go it.
But the good news is that that's not the end of the quest. There's more to it. So, I could just... here's one. If he's not looking, I can just take it. Don't mind the slight interruption. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was doing. Yeah, he didn't see that, so I can just leave now. And eventually we're just going to throw this away since we actually don't need it. As we're about to figure out.
Greetings. May I help
exactly
you?
do you require of me?
Yeah. So
We walk on
now
warm
I'm actually just going to put this
sands.
stupid ceramic bowl in this corner over here where I can forget about it. I never want to see that bowl ever again.
I see you. Hello.
Now all we need to do is first. Where is it? Pretty sure it's actually in.
I see you. Hello.
That slave.
Yeah, there it is. Here's the first one. And the second one is upstairs. We're looking for the stolen reports. Hey, Galbadir. Here's the other one. And that's the 2 reports. There. Being redirected to all
I
these,
suppose I have a
look
moment.
at all these
Welcome.
subjects now. That list can get very long.
All right then, I'm listening.
So now we have 2 options. We can stay here and do other things with this one here, Ranus, or we can go to Old Rune, or technically we can go to any of the other halls as well. I really don't like Ranus either. She's the politics of this Mage Guild Hall, Mages Guild Hall. Right now she's sending me to go harass someone into joining the Mages Guild. Oh yeah, as well as collecting debt. Yes, very magely things to do. Oh well. Well, I actually know almost exactly where Silapund and Punabi is.
May I help you?
Namely, around here. Actually, I keep getting disoriented. Fort Moonmouth is southeast of Balmora, not northeast. Now is actually a good time to stop. This has been a very productive day.